Okay, today we're going to learn about this shofar. This shofar, a big shofar, it's coated with silver. So somebody donated to the shul. The shaila is if that shofar is kosher to blow on it on Rosh Hashanah. Again, a big shofar, a nice shofar, it's a good sound, and it's coated. It's silver coated. So if it's kosher to blow on it on Rosh Hashanah, so you're saying it's not.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what the Gemara says about it. Okay, so here is there's the Gemara in Rosh Hashanah Daf Chof Zayin Amud Beis. That's a brayse. I'm going to read only what's shaykh to us from this brayse. Suppose Zohar, if you coated the shofar with gold, b'moka manochas peh posul, shlo b'moka manochas peh kosher. If you do it with if the coating is where you put the shofar in your mouth, that would be posul, and if it's not there, it's kosher. Now, there's two pirushim over here, main two pirushim by the Rishonim, what it means when you put the silver by your mouth. Some Rishonim saying meaning from the inside, if it's by your mouth, you mean when you blow, it goes first, instead of going the sound through the shofar, going through the gold, that's why it's posul, according to that pirush. If the gold is a little bit farther away from your mouth, meaning when you blow, it goes first to the shofar, then travels through the gold code, that would be kosher. The other pirushim, which is that's la halacha, what will go with according to the second pirush, no, even on the outside, it have to be away from your mouth. On the inside, it's possible completely. If you do any gold coating on it, will be possible. On the outside, if it's away from your mouth, on the outside, then that you don't put your mouth on the gold, you put on the shofar, it's not chatzitza, then it's kosher. That's what the Gemara, the Mishnah, continuation of the Brayse. Suppose mibifnim posul, from the inside, it's posul. Mibachutz, if you put it on the outside, im nishtane koilo, if it changed the sound, mikmoi shehoyo, it's possible. We love kosher. Now, let's say I don't know if it's this again. This is according to Kula Alma Lichoira, it's kosher. Why? The gold is not on the inside; it's on the outside. And by the way, it says gold. We have a silver over here, and it's on the outside. And on the outside also, it's not by the mouth. I mean, there's no chatzitza. I put the mouth on the shofar. L'choire, it's kosher. But I don't know if it changed the sound or not, the coding. So it says the Pashas, the Alter Rebbe brings, if you don't know, you could assume it didn't change. Unless you know it changed. If you don't know, you could assume it did not change, and it's kosher. Okay, so that's the Gemara. La halacha, that's what the Mechaber brings in Tov Kuf Peivav halacha Tezayin. Suppose Zov, b'moka manochas peh, if it's in the place where you put your mouth, posul. Shlo b'moka manochas peh, kosher. If it's not by your mouth, meaning it's further away from where you put the mouth on the shofar, it's kosher. Suppose Zov mebifnim posul mebachutz im nishtane koilo mekmo she'abim lav kosher. Okay, then he goes to this, the two pirushim I brought. I'm not going to go through it now. Okay. Now, so Lamaisa, Lichoira, again, that's L'kula Alma. There's no gold on the inside. The whole coating is on the outside, and it's not B'mokem Anochas Peh, when you put your mouth. Also, there is another thing, it's brought based on the Gemara, the Poskim brings, even at the end of the shofar, it should not stick out, the coating out of the shofar, farther than the shofar, because then again, the sound mixes up with the coating. But that's over here in this case, the coating is away from the mouth, and it's away also from the end. So the coating is only on the outside, does not extend the shofar itself. It's no problem whatsoever. Then he brings the Ramban. Hamatzayrim b'shofar tzuras b'mina tziv'oinim kedel na'oisoi. People that make on the shofar all kind of painting on the shofar, all kind of artwork in order to make it nicer. Lo yofem oisim. It's not right what they're doing, he says. Aval mutar lachkok b'shofar atzma tzuras kedel na'oisoi. If you engrave in the shofar itself without making holes in it, that's okay because you hear the sound of the shofar. But if you make the if you make on it some kind of artwork on the shofar, that's the opinion of the Ramban. It's not nice. It didn't say it's possible because it might change the sound. So according to the Ramban, l'choire, this whole coding business would be also, if you cannot do artwork with ink or with some kind of paint, how much more with silver and gold? So l'choire, again, it's not possible. It says lo yofa because it might change the sound. Like I said, the halacha, we're saying you could assume, if you don't know what changes on, you could assume, but didn't will be kosher. So l'maisa l'choire, what would be a problem to blow with that shofar? L'choire, it looks like on the surface by looking at the Shulchan Aruch, besides the opinion of the Ramban, l'choire mashma, it's almost kosher, glad kosher. It's nice. It's zekeli v'anveyu. You make the mitzvah a lot nicer, and it's not by the mouth. It's not at the end. It's away from the edges. L'choire looks like it's good. However, here is a problem with that. The Kavachayim brings two things of it. One he brings from the Elia Rabbah. The Elia Rabbah says this whole halacha, it's only theoretical. Why? He says, the reason the whole discussion of the gold says the end kategor nasa shel zov nasa mimenu ha'egel nasa saneger. Originally, the gold represents the chet ha'egel. The gold represents the kategor. So it says now you're going to make out of it saneger. The whole thing is blowing shofar. We're inaugurating the king as a king. We're trying to do tshuva with this or whatever the shofar has meaning. You're doing it with something reminding us of our chet ha'egel. V'ashofar nichnas lifnai v'lifnim kederech kohen gadol b'yom HaKippurim. That's another thing we're learning over here from this. By blowing shofar during Rosh Hashanah, this key is the sound of it goes lifnai v'lifnim by Kadosh Baruch Hu like kohen gadol going on Yom HaKippurim. So how could we go with gold coding? It's a reminding of a big sin. That's a ring from the Rosh's Maharil. Again, the Kavachayim quotes the Elia Rabbah, the 11 of the Rosh's Maharil. U'lefi ta'am zeh, nired en laniach zov b'shofar klal, afilu echa mutar lefum dina. Al pi hadin, it's allowed to. If it doesn't touch the shofar at the edges, it's from the outside, it's perfectly okay, al pi halacha. But it says, mitzad this inyan should not be, because it's sin the shofar goes lifnai v'la kohen gadol b'yom HaKippurim, so we don't want this to be category reminding of a sin. Memele says l'maisa not to do it. That's one inyan. Then he brings another in the Kavachayim, and he says even what the Ramban says, that according to the Ramban that's also a problem. It might change the sound. He said even don't even make even any painting on it because it might change the sound. But the Ramban said but you could make engraving on the shofar, engrave on the shofar, not on some outside paint. It's from its own shofar. You make letters. As long as you don't make a hole over there. He says, but he brings him Sefer Shulchan Gavoy. Even that not to do. He says that's the minhag. The minhag, the shofar will blow its original, authentic shofar without any painting, without any writing. So according to this, like this, I would really use the shofar. Why I would use the shofar? Originally, I thought that's kosher. Why? Because the whole conversation over there, it's gold. This is not gold. The only problem with the Maharil, it's gold. The Elia Rabbah brings. This is silver. However, there's some spots over here, it's gold coating on it. Some of the spots of the shofar. The male, it's a beautiful shofar, it has a great sound, but l'maisa, it's al pi the minhag, we should not use even the halacha. It's good, but according to the minhag, we should not use it. All right, have a good day, everybody.